Solving multi-step equations, lesson 8 notes. Example number 3 continued. So we want to get rid of the fractions by multiplying every term by the least common denominator, which is the least common multiple of the denominators. So my denominators are 14 and 7. Does 7 go into 14? Yes, it does. So my LCD, my least common denominator, is 14. That means I'm going to multiply every term by 14. I'm going to distribute 14. All right. So I'm going to take 14 times 1 over 14, and I get 1. So this right here is 1. And then, just to get this out of the way, 14 times 1/7. Oops. Is 2. So this right here is 2. So 14 times 1/14 was 1s. 14 times 7 is 98. 14 times 1/7, s would be 2s. And 14 times -3 is -42. All right, step 2 is to combine like terms. Well, can I combine anything on this side? I have 1s and 98. No, I cannot. Can I combine anything on this side? I have a 2s and a -42. I have a variable term and a constant term. So there are no like terms. There are no like terms, which means I can go directly to taking my variable term to one side of the equation and my constant term to the other side. So I'm going to start by subtracting 2s from both sides. And then I'm going to subtract, that's not very good. There we go. I'm going to subtract 98 from both sides. It was a positive 98, so the inverse would be negative 98. All right, so it allows this to cancel, and the constant terms on this side to cancel. So 1 minus 2 is -1s. -42 and -98. The signs are the same, so I'm going to add them together, and I get -140. Last step is to isolate the variable. So it's a multiplication. I'm going to divide both sides by -1. Negative ones cancel, and I get s equals negative divided by negative would be +140. Pause your video, get that all written down. D. My denominators are 3, 6, and 12. Does 3 go into 12? Yes, it does. Does 6 go into 12? Yes, it does. So once again, I actually made these too easy for you. Every single problem, the LCD happened to be the larger number. It just happened to work out that way. So my LCD is 12. All right, so I'm going to multiply every term by 12. I'm going to distribute the 12. 12 times 1t would give me 12t. 12 times 2/3. Well, 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So this would be plus 8. If you don't believe me, please feel free to use this calculator. 12 times 2/3 is 8. 12 times 5, 6. 6 goes in 12 twice. 2 times 5 is 10. So let's see if I'm right. It should be 10t. So multiplying 12 times 5 over 6. And I get 10. So this would be 10t. Keep my equal signs lined up. 12 times 4 is 48. And then 12 times 5 12s. 12 into 12 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. But just to be on the safe side, 12 times 5/12. And that would be -5. It's negative because there was a negative here. All right, now we're ready to combine like terms. I have 12t and 10t with a constant of 8, 48t, and -5. Nothing to combine on that side. So 12 plus 10 would give me 22t. Bring down the positive 8. Bring down your 48t and your -5. All right, now I'm ready to take my variable term to the right. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. Then the opposite of positive 8 is -8, or the inverse operation, however you want to look at it. All right, these cancel, and these cancel. -22 minus 48 would be -26t. And -5 minus 8 is -13. Divide both sides by -26. If you can't do that in your head, if you can't recognize that that's going to be 1/2, then you need to put in your calculator -13 over -26. And you get 1/2. So t equals 1/2. All right. So that is it for example 3. Multiply by the LCD, which is your LCM of the denominators. That gets rid of the fractions, and then you just follow your steps. Combine like terms, variables to one side, constants to the other side, and last divide. If you have any questions on example number 3, please do not hesitate to ask.